You have kept the gym membership for 11 months. You have been exactly 3 times. You know you're never going back, but you keep paying it because you already paid for the whole year and it feels wrong to waste it. That is not discipline. That is not commitment. That is a cognitive trap that costs the average American hundreds of dollars a year, and in some cases, tens of thousands. It is called the sunk cost fallacy, and the terrifying part is not that broke people fall for it. The terrifying part is that smart, educated, rational people fall for it too. People who should know better, people who do know better, and they still cannot stop. So today we are going to break down exactly what the sunk cost fallacy is, why your brain is literally wired to fall into it, and how to start making decisions that are based on where you are going, not where you have already been. The sunk cost fallacy happens when you continue putting time, money, or energy into something not because it is a good idea, but because you have already invested so much into it. The past investment, the one that is already gone and cannot be recovered, starts driving your future decisions. That is the trap. You are letting money you have already lost make decisions for you. Here is a simple example. Imagine you buy a concert ticket for $150. The day of the concert, you feel terrible. You have a headache, it is raining, and honestly, you do not even like this artist that much anymore. A rational person says, I feel awful. Staying home is the right call. The $150 is gone either way. But most people will drag themselves out in the rain, sit miserable through a 2-hour show, and call it a good decision because they paid for it. The money was gone the moment you bought the ticket. Going to the concert did not get it back. All you did was make yourself miserable. But your brain told you that going meant the money was not wasted. That is the fallacy. Now scale that up, because this is where it starts costing people real money. Think about the investor who buys a stock at $60. It drops to $30. Instead of cutting the loss and redeploying that capital somewhere with actual upside, they hold. They buy more at $30 because now it feels like a deal. They tell themselves they just need it to get back to $60 to break even. It keeps dropping. They are now down 70% and still holding because they have too much invested to walk away. The stock does not care what you paid for it. The market does not owe you a recovery. But the sunk cost has a grip on them so strong they cannot let go. This happens every single day in the stock market. Billions of dollars are left sitting in dead positions, not because the fundamentals support it, but because the investor paid too much and cannot emotionally accept the loss. It happens in business too. An entrepreneur has spent 2 years and $80,000 building a product that nobody wants. Every signal in the market is telling them to stop, but they keep going. They keep spending. They tell themselves they have put in too much to quit now. What they should be asking is, if I had not already spent this money, would I invest another dollar into this today? If the answer is no, that is your real answer. The $80,000 is gone. The only question is whether you lose more. And it is not just money. The sunk cost fallacy destroys careers and relationships too. Someone stays at a job they hate for 5 years because they have already put in 5 years. They tell themselves they cannot start over now. But those 5 years are spent no matter what. The next 5 years are yours to decide. Are you going to spend them building something you actually care about? Or are you going to keep paying into a bad investment because you already started? People stay in bad relationships for the same reason. They have been together for 4 years. They have shared an apartment. They have met each other's families. The thought of starting over feels like erasing everything they put in. So they stay, and they lose 4 more years on top of the 4 they already lost. The sunk cost fallacy is not a sign of stupidity. It is a sign of how human psychology actually works. Your brain is not wired to think like an economist. It is wired to avoid loss. Loss aversion is one of the most well-documented findings in behavioral economics. Studies have shown that the pain of losing $100 is roughly twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining $100. That means your brain is working overtime to avoid acknowledging a loss, even when acknowledging it and moving on would be the smartest financial move you could make. On top of that, your brain hates feeling like it was wrong. Admitting a sunk cost means admitting you made a bad call, and your ego will do almost anything to avoid that. So instead of saying, I made a mistake, you keep investing to prove you did not. You are not making a financial decision anymore. You are protecting your identity. There is also something called commitment bias. Once you have publicly committed to something, told your friends, posted about it, made it part of your identity, it becomes harder to walk away because walking away means looking inconsistent. You start making financial decisions based on what other people will think rather than what actually makes sense. This is why casinos are so effective. Once you are down $200, walking away feels like losing. Staying at the table at least gives you a chance to win it back. Of course, the house always wins, but the sunk cost has you stuck to that seat. So how do you break out of it? The first shift is learning to ask one question before every financial decision. If I had not already spent anything on this, would I choose to invest in it today? Strip out the history. Strip out what you have already put in. If you walked into this cold right now with fresh eyes and no prior commitment, would this be where you put your money, your time, or your energy? If the answer is no, you have your answer. The second thing is to reframe what a loss actually means. Cutting a losing position is not failure. It is what smart investors do. It is what successful entrepreneurs do. They move fast, they test, they fail fast, and they redeploy their resources to things that actually work. The ability to walk away from a bad investment quickly is not weakness. It is one of the most valuable financial skills you can develop. Third, stop letting the past hold your future hostage. Every day you keep pouring money into something that is not working is another day you are not putting that money into something that could be working. The opportunity cost is real. That capital has somewhere better to be. And finally, do not make these decisions alone when the stakes are high. One of the reasons the sunk cost fallacy is so powerful is that it operates inside your own head, where your biases go unchecked. Talk to someone with no emotional attachment to the decision. A financial advisor, a trusted friend, someone who can look at the situation with fresh eyes and tell you what the numbers actually say, not what your ego wants to hear. The sunk cost fallacy is one of the most common and most expensive mistakes people make with money. Not because they are dumb, because they are human. But once you understand what is happening in your brain, you can start to override it. You can start asking better questions. You can start making decisions based on the future, not the past. The money is already gone. The only thing you control now is what you do next. If this video helped you think differently about money, hit like and subscribe to Fuel Your Wealth. We put out new videos every week on the psychology of wealth, smart money moves, and how to build real financial independence. Join us. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research.